At the beginning of his presidency, it looked like Trump had everything. Many of his former enemies were bowing down, billionaires and corporations were filling up Trump's pocket, Trump's popularity touched record highs, people thought Trump would be great for both them and their country, but now finally everything has changed. Trump is back to being hated. But why did Trump lose all his popularity so quickly? Let's find out. At the beginning of Trump's second term, Trump looked unstoppable. Trump had a very high approval rating. Americans thought that Trump would reduce prices, stop illegal immigration, and improve the American economy. Many of the world's most powerful people attended Trump's inauguration ceremony. Here is the richest person on earth, Elon Musk. Here is CEO of Google. Here is owner of Amazon. Here is Mark Zuckerberg. And here you can see some of Kash Patel too. After Trump won the American election, many billionaires like Jeff Bezos, Mark Zuckerberg, Sam Altman pledged $1 million donations to Trump's inauguration festivities. TikTok CEO met Trump, and even many of Trump's former rivals were falling in line. Even the American stock market touched record highs after Trump returned to presidency. After Trump won the election, many Americans were excited and they thought that Trump will improve their lives and bring America to new highs. But a year into Trump's presidency, Americans really do not like what Trump is doing with their country. According to Gallup poll, at the beginning of Trump's term, 47% approved of Donald Trump. But now, only 36% of Americans approve of Donald Trump. This is very close to the lowest points of Trump's popularity in Trump's first term. At this point in Trump's first term, Trump had a 40% approval rating. But now only 36% of people approve of Donald Trump's job. A few months ago, at least on some issues like immigration, Trump had a positive approval rating. But now even in immigration, Trump's approval rating is negative. On the topic of inflation, Trump is touching record unpopularity. People thought that after Trump wins, he will reduce prices, but instead the opposite has happened. And inflation in America is 2.7%, above the Fed target of 2%. On the topic of jobs and the economy, which is generally the biggest issue for people, Trump has a very high disapproval rating. So even in this measure, people say that Trump is a failure. Why are people saying Trump is a failure? Well, despite America's growth rate touching a high of 4.4% in Q3 of 2025, the job market is not looking good. Layoffs in January were the highest to start a year since 2009. US employers announced a record 109,000 layoffs in January. Many people cannot find high quality and well-paying jobs. And a lot of this layoff is happening in white-collar jobs, the jobs which are most in demand for the workers. Between the year 2020 and 2024, Trump's opinion among non-white people increased a lot. Trump became way more popular among young people, among non-whites, and among irregular voters. But this gain in popularity for Trump among these groups has not lasted long. Non-white people have a negative 45 points approval for Trump. People between the age group of 18 and 29 have a negative 40 points approval for Trump. So Trump is back to being deeply unpopular among young voters, among non-white voters, and among irregular voters. Now, different poll aggregators show different approval and disapproval rating for Trump, but one thing is same for all of them, which is that Trump has lost a lot of his approval that he had at the beginning of his second term. In YouGov poll, Trump's approval is 41.4%, but in Gallup poll, Trump's approval is at 36%. But the one thing same in all of them is that Trump is losing his popularity at record pace. In this point in Trump's first term, Trump was more popular, and even Biden was more popular than Trump at this point in his office. Now, given their deep unpopularity, some presidents have seen that after approving foreign military actions or foreign wars, their approval rating shoots up a lot, at least in the short and medium term. But even after capturing Maduro and taking him to the United States, Trump has not seen any significant dip in his disapproval ratings. Given that Trump is deeply unpopular on the issue of inflation or the economy, Trump has tried to divert people's attention from these issues to immigration. But this only worked when people thought that Trump's work on immigration was good. But even that has now fallen into negative territory after Trump decided to send ICE to Minneapolis to kick out undocumented immigrants from their homes. But why did this happen? When people were so hopeful, excited, and happy at the beginning of Trump's term, why is is Trump now so deeply unpopular? To find the answer to this question, we have to look at the policies imposed by Trump. Before taking power in the campaign trail, Trump promised a lot. Trump said that starting on day one, he will end inflation and make America affordable by bringing down the prices of all goods. He said that he would slash energy and electricity prices by half within a year. He said that through the use of tariffs, he would improve the American automaking industries. In nearly all of these promises, Trump did not perform well. So after the start of Trump's term, with people having high hopes and Trump not delivering anything significant, his approval rating went from 52 to 44 in nearly 4 months. Trump also promised to impose heavy tariffs on many countries around the world to improve American manufacturing. In the campaign trail, Trump promised to revive the American manufacturing sector. He said that he would bring back many manufacturing jobs and increase the growth in the manufacturing sector. But after an year into Trump's presidency, US manufacturing is in retreat, and according to Wall Street Journal, Trump's tariff did not help in bringing back US manufacturing. After Trump imposed tariffs around the world, US stock market crashed a lot, prices of various goods also increased, and people did not really see that much gains. So Trump's approval rating kept on decreasing. In July, Trump passed his signature Big Beautiful Bill. In the Big Beautiful Bill, there were many signature Trump's policies, like decreasing federal income tax, increasing capital and factory investments, and stuff like retiree tax relief and small business deduction. But in Trump's Big Beautiful Bill, food stamp recipients suffered. Trump reduced money allocated to Medicaid beneficiaries, and these provisions of Big Beautiful Bill were very controversial. And because of stuff like this, Americans viewed the Big Beautiful Bill as a very negative thing. So after Trump's signature Big Beautiful Bill was passed, Trump's approval rating kept declining. And then there was a showdown between Democrats and Republicans, for which the majority of Americans blamed Trump. And after all of this, Trump's disapproval rating has touched record highs. Going into the 2024 election, immigration was a very important issue for Americans. Trump has followed through on his campaign promise to stop illegal immigration into the United States and deport undocumented immigrants. While Americans more or less approved of Trump's stopping the illegal immigration through the southern border, when Trump sent immigration enforcement agents to various parts of America to find undocumented immigrants and kick them out of the United States, this was a step too far for many Americans, because many of these undocumented immigrants are living their life lawfully and have been in the United States for more than 5 or 10 years. Healthcare is also a very important issue, but a recent poll has found that 52% of voters said that Trump has hurt the cost of healthcare for them. Another issue tanking Trump's approval rating is the Epstein files. People are making many allegations saying that Trump is part of the Epstein files, so that's why Trump is not releasing the full version of the Epstein files. So now the question is, can Trump reverse this trend, or will Trump's popularity keep decreasing? Well, it mainly depends on the economy and inflation. If people are satisfied with the economy and inflation, then people would be more willing to forgive Trump on some of his mistakes. If Trump focuses on improving the jobs prospect and he ensures that people's wages increase at a much higher amount than the inflation, even if people disagree with Trump on social issues, they will be more willing to forgive him and Trump's approval rating will increase. If Trump succeeds in bringing down prices, then also Trump's approval rating will increase. But doing these things in a sustainable way is very difficult. So with time, people will find out if Trump succeeds or not. There are also going to be midterm elections in the United States in this year, and if Trump does not improve his approval ratings, then Trump's power can significantly reduce if Democrats gain the House or Senate from Republicans. In special elections, Trump's opponents, the Democrats, are seeing huge successes, and if Trump does not improve his chances, then his power can significantly decrease in the midterm elections. If you found this video interesting, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this, and thanks for watching.